Hello, hello. How's everybody doing? Good evening. Well, welcome. My name is Ely, and I'm thrilled to be here with all of you tonight. Huge thank you to Junior Achievement of North Central Ohio for inviting me to share this special night with all of you guys. I'm super excited. Junior Achievement is empowering the next generation of leaders, and I am honored to be here tonight for Stark Tank. Stark Tank is a partnership with Strengthening Stark and Stark Education Partnership. So let's give a big round of applause to them for their support. I also want to give a special shout out to the team at Kent State Stark for letting us be here tonight, specifically Ashley Brightbill and Dr. Stir. Let's give them a big round of applause. Lastly, another huge thank you to Mr. Keith Brown and his media team for being here tonight from Perry High School, and they are live streaming this event tonight. So let's give a big round of applause to those awesome media team that we have. So before we dive into this competition, I'm going to give a little bit of a story about myself and my journey as an entrepreneur. Are you guys excited to hear it? Awesome. Well, my name is Ely, and some of you here may know me as Ely Magic. The reason I have that name is because I am a professional magician from Cleveland, Ohio. I've been doing magic since I was 4 years old. My mom got me a magic kit, and inside this magic kit was 4 balls, 3 cups, some string, a magic wand, and a deck of cards. At 4 years old, I didn't even know how to read, you guys. So my mom had to read the instructions to me, right? I would show the people in my family magic tricks, specifically my Uncle Joe. He was a cool uncle. Who here has a cool uncle? Raise your hand. Anybody? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And I would show him magic tricks, and he was so cool, you guys, that at age 4 years old, even if I messed up a magic trick, he would roll around the floor screaming, acting like I was Houdini, right? And this made me want to be a magician for the rest of my life. So naturally, that's what I did. I practiced every single day, 6 hours a day, until I was 13 years old. I call that 9 years of being single. Laugh at my pain. Thank you. It's all right. But seriously, I wanted to be a magician for the rest of my life. I practiced so hard. And going into middle school, this was not the cool thing to do, be a magician. I got bullied for it. I got hated on for it. But I kept trying my best. The worst, you guys, and I didn't tell the people last week, was I did a trick once for my middle school friends where I put a nail under a cup, and I had to mix up the cups, and I was stomping on the cups, and I messed up, and the nail went through my foot. Yeah, so, practice makes perfect, right? But we all start somewhere. Going into high school, my sophomore year, we did a project called Sophomore Experience Day. And we had to shadow someone we wanted to be like. And I was able to shadow a magician in the area. His name is Rick Smith Jr. He's a Guinness Book World Record card-throwing magician. He's an 8-time Guinness Book World Record card-throwing magician, I should say. And I went all the way to Pennsylvania. My aunt drove me to Pennsylvania, you guys, and I was able to show him magic and tell him that I wanted to become a magician. I showed him a magic trick that I'm actually going to show you guys later tonight. This magic trick blew him away, and he said, "Kid, you're talented. I'm taking you on tour with me." Since then, you guys, have been able to tour doing magic in 11 countries and 26 states around the world. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's been a crazy ride, you guys. And going into college, I want to shake it up. I was heavily involved in social media. I loved posting my magic tricks. I loved posting funny comedy videos. And I ended up going into college with over 1 million followers on my social media platforms, which was really cool. And I felt like I was on top of the world. But I remember, you guys, I was sitting in my dorm room, and I know we have a lot of young people here that are going to college soon. And I was sitting in my dorm room, and I felt so alone, you guys, even though I felt like I was also on top of the world, because people around me, they just wanted to go and party and have fun, but I wanted to do something big, right? I wanted to do something different. I wanted to change the world. So this is where the story gets interesting. I was laying in my bed in 2021, and I was scrolling through Instagram, and I saw a picture from a coffee shop that had just opened up in downtown Cleveland called Milk and Honey. You're all looking at my shirt. Foreshadowing. I see this cup of coffee on Instagram, you guys, and it's a latte called the Cinnamon Toast Crunch Latte. How good does that sound? Pretty good, right? And it was delicious. It had the cereal on top, and I was like, I have to go try this. So I went to this coffee shop, and I noticed it was popping. It was like a coffee shop I've never seen before. I felt like I was in California, but I was in Cleveland. I walked in. I was greeted with smiles. I tried the Cinnamon Toast Crunch Latte, and it was the best coffee I have ever had. I said, I got to meet the owners. Where's the owners? And I met Anissa Rapai, who is now my business partner. We're getting there, you guys. We're getting there. I met Anissa Rapai, and I said, Anissa, this is so great. I want to be a part of this. I want to do a magic collaboration with you guys. She said, a magic collaboration? What do you want to do? I said, I want to film myself doing magic with your coffee, okay? I put it on the internet, and if it goes viral, you give me free coffee for life. She did not like that, you guys. She was like, all right, maybe not free coffee for life, but I might give you a few gift cards or something like that. So let's see how it goes. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I did this video. The very next day, I brought my friends in with camera equipment and everything, and I did a magic trick that you guys can still find on my Instagram where I made coffee turn into coffee beans. And this wasn't an edit because I remember Anissa was standing there watching me do it, and she couldn't believe her eyes, you guys. Hot coffee right into coffee beans. I posted the video, and it went viral. The very next day, there was a line out the door. People were coming to get coffee. It was all the rage. I said, where's my gift cards at, I was trying to finesse free coffee. Well, I started working with Anissa, and I was still doing my magic shows. Today, I actually do about 250 shows a year. Sometimes on a busy year, 350 shows a year, which is crazy. So at this time, I was doing magic shows, and I was working with Anissa, trying to help her and her coffee shop out. I was getting them billboards, getting them publicity, and she came up to me one day, and she approached me and said, hey, would you like to open up the next coffee shop with us? And I was like, yeah, that sounds awesome. Well, ladies and gentlemen, today I stand before you as a partner in Milk and Honey. I now own 4 Milk and Honeys, and we're expanding, and we will have 5 very soon. So thank you. I appreciate that. And the reason why I think this story is so important for the young people here especially is because dreams do come true. And I think that if we work really hard to make something happen, you guys can do it as well. And I actually will say this is my favorite quote ever, and I believe it to be true, that every single decision that you make, think about that, every single decision that you've ever made, big or small, has led you to where you are right now in this seat. Everyone here can relate to that. So for me, every decision I've made has led me to be here on stage in front of you, and I'm proud to do so. So without further ado, I want to first thank you guys for listening to my story. I'd love to chat with you guys at the end and learn more about your story, but I think it is time to bring our sharks on stage, but we are going to introduce them. So thank you guys. I'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, entrepreneurs and innovators, dreamers and doers, welcome to the most exhilarating arena of ambition this side of the entrepreneurial ocean, the 2024 Stark Tank Competition. Imagine, if you will, a vast ocean teeming with the most brilliant and magnificent creatures, our sharks. They've navigated the treacherous waters of business, dodged the nets of failure, and feasted on the success that swims in these waters. Today, they're not just predators. They're potential partners, ready to dive deep into your ideas. And then there's you, the brave souls, standing on the edge of this metaphorical diving board. Today, you will leap into these waters, not as prey, but as masterminds of your future. You'll pitch your heart out, navigate through currents of questions, and maybe, just maybe, find a shark willing to swim by your side, propelling your idea into the vast ocean of opportunity. So, take a deep breath, muster all your courage, and dive into the pitch of a lifetime. Remember, in this tank, it's not just about surviving, it's about thriving. Welcome to the Stark Tank Pitch Competition, where dreams dive deep and ideas surface into reality. Let's meet the sharks. First up is the mastermind in the art of taxes and government regulation. Making his way to the stage is not just a chairman, he's the sage of financial strategy, the guru of fiscal brilliance. With a passion expanding beyond business, he holds positions on the Greater Akron Chamber Board and the Akron Community Foundation Board. Please welcome the chairman at Apple Growth Partners, Charles Mullen. Up next, hailing from journalistic excellence, is our panel's champion of communications. As a legendary powerhouse, her strategic thinking brought success to multiple big-name companies across the nation. She is the embodiment of resilience, an architect of dreams, and the CEO who turned a garage operation into a global empire. Meet Ms. Sue Grabowski, CEO of Desidera. Next up, a man who gained success across industries and served as a CEO in both the corporate and nonprofit worlds for 35 plus years, wielding his leadership skills to heal and inspire entire communities. After conquering the corporate realm himself, he now leads business owners to their own victories. Please put your hands together for multi-business owner turned Vistage Chair, Mr. Bill Morgenstern. Up next, the man making his way to the stage is not only a CEO, he's a visionary, a titan of technology, and undisputed curator of clean cars. Co-founding DRB Systems in 1984 marked the beginning of his industry domination. As a man of many talents, he earned his CPA license in 1990, further setting the stage for his ascent to greatness. Give it up for the king of the car washing industry. Out of Sargent Clean Car Wash, Mr. Ken Brock.
All right, all right. Let's give it up for our Sharks. Just a quick note, Chuck Mullen was unable to be with us tonight. Sitting in his place is Andrew Adolph. It says here to say give him a big round of applause, but you guys are awesome. You guys are reading for me. This is great. Folks, just remember to please hold on to your paper ballot throughout the pitches. You will have the choice to cast your vote tonight. Your winner will win $250, and please be sure to turn this in during the Shark deliberation. Cool. And I will say to the contestants, when you guys come up here and you're presenting, please be sure to speak clearly and loudly into the microphone as we are live streaming, and we want everyone in the audience to hear you as well as our Sharks. Thank you. Now, without further ado, it is time to meet our talented contestants. Remember, students, you have 4 minutes to pitch your ideas. You will have a clicker. I have it. You will have a clicker to use as soon. I'm using it.
Ladies and gentlemen, entrepreneurs and innovators, dreamers and doers, welcome to the most exhilarating arena of ambition this side of the entrepreneurial ocean.
All right. So, one more time, you guys. You have 4 minutes to pitch your ideas. You have the clicker, which I just used, to go through your slides. Just click the right arrow to go through each one. I clicked the left one. When you have 1 minute left, the timer seated right here points to, right here, by the way. That's you. So when that yellow shows up, you guys, that means when you have 1 minute, sorry. And when you have 4 minutes, you will see orange. Okay. So the Sharks, you will have approximately 4 minutes to ask your questions. Now up first, you guys, we have Carter Mingay from East Canton High School, ready to showcase golf gizmos. Golf gizmos. I'm so excited for this. And on deck, we're going to have Amethyst Choose. Hopefully I said that right. All right, you guys. Let's give a big round of applause for golf gizmos.
Good evening, Sharks. My name is... Good evening, Sharks. My name is Carter Menegay, and I am a junior at East Canton High School. As a high school golfer, I have faced a recurring problem that I knew needed to be fixed. Oftentimes, when I'm at the tee box or on the green, I'm unable to properly locate the tees, ball markers, and other tools needed that have become lost in the jumbled mess in my bag or pocket. This always left me worried about losing supplies and also slowed down the pace of play. However, when I looked into purchasing a product to solve this issue, very few organizers existed. As a result, I've created Golf Gizmos LLC, a company that will design and create organizational tools to make golfing easier, quicker, and more efficient for people of all ages, especially for high school golfers like myself. Two of the organizers that my company will manufacture include a large organizer that will clip to the outside of one's bag and a slim design pocket organizer that will help to keep necessary tools in place and ready to use. Both of these organizers are designed to hold things like balls, ball markers, tees, pencils, diver repair tools, and other utensils needed to play a successful round of golf. Once production of these tool organizers has started, I do plan to expand and create more organizers and supplies that are currently needed in the game of golf. At this point, you may be asking yourself how Golf Gizmos is different from what is already out there. However, there are actually very few existing companies and organizers similar to Golf Gizmos, which shows the need for our products. Not only are our organizers unique to the market, but they are also weatherproof, sturdy, durable, and they provide a distinct design unlike anything currently being created. On the left, you can see 3 alternative products. And while these organizers may do the job, they are not able to hold many tools, are not very versatile or efficient, and cannot stand up against weather, which are all things that Golf Gizmos products are designed to do. Beyond this, there are no existing products similar to our pocket organizers, which gives Golf Gizmos a further advantage. With a growing potential market of over 30,000 golfers in Stark County, 800,000 across Ohio, and 25 million nationwide, there is plenty of room for Golf Gizmos to expand and grow. And with a total of 3.4 million new golfers nationwide in 2023, the hope for the sport only continues to increase. I plan to draw in new customers through online, video, and local press advertising, expanding my target market as my company grows. After researching materials and manufacturing costs, bag organizers will be priced at $14.99 and pocket organizers at $7.99. This would allow me to make a profit even with the cost of production, which is estimated to be around $2.85 for bag organizers and $1.05 for pocket organizers. I plan to sell majority of my products through online vendors such as Amazon or local golf shops, as it would be the easiest and most efficient method. I also plan to create a Golf Gizmo subscription where individuals can pay an $80 annual fee or a $20 fee per subscription shipment to receive different golf tools such as golf balls, tees, ball markers, and other tools that are periodically needed, as well as our newest organizers. These subscription shipments will be sent every 3 months. Through a combination of sales and subscription services, I can expect to draw in an initial monthly small-scale revenue of $3,000. However, with your help, I believe that the potential for Golf Gizmos products is much larger. Ultimately, the goal of Golf Gizmos LLC is to make golf tools more accessible than ever before while also being durable and affordable for customer satisfaction. Our organizers will prevent lost tools, speed up the pace of play, and help more individuals play a successful round of golf. The next time you go play a game of golf, you'll be glad you chose Golf Gizmos LLC to make your round a hole-in-one. Thank you.
Nice job.
Thank you.
Is it on? Yes? Okay. Nice job. Nice presentation.
Thank you.
So a couple questions. Did you design this, and did you design the contraption, or how did you come up with the concept? You designed the piece itself. This is your design.
Yeah,
and
so
you made it yourself?
Yeah, I 3D printed it. Well, first I had to design it on CAD software. So every part that you see mounted on there was tested separately. And then once I found that those all worked properly, I put it all into one piece and 3D printed that.
Boy, yeah, nice presentation, Carter. You could tell you put work in.
Thank you.
My compliments. The ideas are actually kind of easy. It's actually making something. I'll bet you found that way harder than the...
Yeah.
I'm curious, so are you a golfer? Is
I
that
am.
how...
Yeah.
You mentioned how you would market it. Could you say that again? I'm a little worried how we would be able to get golfers to see this product and how you'd reach them.
Absolutely. So I plan on mainly using online marketing, especially social media, because today with the algorithms that exist and everything, usually those who golf or are interested in golf will receive different advertisements for those type of products. And then I also, especially when I'm starting up, local press advertising, newspapers, different things like that, just to get people in our own communities to see the products.
Carter, really great presentation. Well done, well thought out. Question for you, is it domestically sourced for your production cost or international?
Domestically.
Domestically?
So, yeah, for the business plan, once I do expand a little bit, my ultimate plan would be to outsource a manufacturer, specifically in Northeast Ohio, have them create the products, and then them ship them back to us, who will act as the distributors to send them either to our business partners or our online vendors.
Okay, this may go a layer too deep, but I'm going to ask you, did you consider any potential competition once you were out there? Do you have patentability of this? Have you looked at any of that?
A little bit, especially patenting, because as you saw, there were some similar organizers, but none exactly like this. No similar to the pocket organizers. And then also, usually the companies that make the alternative products aren't very well known. So, and all of those that I found were on Amazon. You couldn't really find anywhere else. So I don't think that competition would necessarily be that big of an issue.
Got it, thanks. You rock. Good job.
Great presentation, Carter. I really appreciate you going through all the time it took you to develop this. Have you thought about, for the product, any other additional revenue streams outside of like the average golfer, like companies, branding, things like that, where when you designed it, was that a consideration at all?
No, it wasn't, but it's definitely come into it, especially with the emergence of like Top Golf. If we made an organizer that like could mount to one of their booths, that could also be an opportunity.
Use the money for marketing purposes primarily, or for what would you use an investment for?
An investment would be used primarily for marketing, but then also the cost of production, getting the materials to produce it, and then also once I eventually did get the money that I needed, my plan would be to use either injection or compression molding. That would be kind of the final goal, so funds would go towards that. Thank you.
Let's give one more round of applause for Carter. What a great way to start the night. All right, now let's welcome our next group of presenters. Up next is Amethys Choose, presented by Phoenix Blackwell, Coleman Eckel, Jace Kyrak, and Gabe Bove from Glen Oak High School. And on deck, we have Prepped Presents. All right.
So what's the name of our company again?
Amethys Shoes.
Yeah. Whenever you're ready.
Hey Sharks, we welcome you Amethys Shoes, brought to you by me, Phoenix, Cole, Jace, and Gabe. So, our gum is going to make your your breath that minty fresh feeling. So you might notice all these images have something in common. You've probably seen it like with a smoker, maybe with someone like a coffee drinker, maybe even a kid that like doesn't brush their teeth. Well, if you haven't noticed already, all these teeth are yellow. So the truth is, sharks, many people are struggling to whiten their teeth, and some of you guys in the audience maybe might be insecure about your teeth as well.
And that's nothing to be ashamed of. As a matter of fact, over 77% of Americans are insecure about their teeth. Let me reiterate that. 77%. Recently, the New York Post conducted a poll and found that over half of the participants were insecure about the yellow teeth or bad breath. Our solution to this is color theory. As you can see, we turn these yellow teeth into pearly whites using color theory. You may be asking to yourself, what is color theory? We'll get into that later, but for now, think of it as purple plus yellow equals white. What is Amethyst Shoes? You've probably seen those purple toothpaste on TikTok. Unlike those, our product is hassle-free while using food-grade purple water-soluble dyes. This works by coating your teeth in the dye while naturally brightening them in the process and getting rid of those pesky stains.
So why use Amethyst Shoes? Well, for starters, it's convenient. It's as simple as popping one in your mouth and continuing on with your day. It uses color theory to brighten your teeth while also using peppermint and mint extracts to freshen your breath, restoring your confidence and giving you a bright new smile. So I know you all are thinking, what is color theory and how does color theory work? Color theory uses the purple in the purple water-soluble dye to neutralize the yellow stains on your teeth, creating a bright white smile. This is due to their opposite positions on the color wheel, so when they mix, they create white. What's unique about our product opposed to the competitors? Well, opposed to the competitors who use harsh chemicals, we use safe color theory, which brightens your teeth while also using gum that freshens your breath.
Now, who's our competition? Well, really all our competition is teeth whitening strips and other teeth whitening toothpastes. But they all use harsh chemicals that'll make your teeth more brittle and fragile and sensitive, which is why we don't use that stuff. We just use normal dye that'll just make your teeth appear to be brighter. And we're portable, affordable, and we take less time without any need of brushing. Now, our target audience, as I just said, people with yellow teeth, people with no time, people with bad breath, budget-conscious people for the cheaper gum, and then gum chewers.
So you guys might be asking, what are we going to be charging for this product? So we're charging $6 for 10 pieces of gum, and I know what you're thinking. That's probably a lot of money. But realistically, for the benefits that we're providing with this gum, we think it's a fair price. We're going to be marketing through TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. And you're probably like, what are we going to use this money for? So we're going to contribute our money into chemists and dentists to make sure this product is safe. We're going to make the packaging appealing to customers. We're going to make sure our manufacturer is something that we want to actually sell. And we also want to focus like a majority of our money on the marketing. And this is why you judges should choose Amethyst Shoes.
Okay. So this is, I think, our fourth year, Sue. How many years have we been doing this? 5? 4? Have we had anybody serenade? If we that?
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. That made the night. You know, good presentation. Thank you. You explained the issue. I totally get the yellow teeth concern. Mm-hmm. My pause is, you know, getting FDA approval, that's a tall have you guys investigated what that would mean and, you know, what kind, how long and how much? Have you thought about that?
That's a very good question. Well, we're taking basis off of the other purple toothpaste already on the market. We're just re-envisioning them into a quicker and hassle-free product.
So you think FDA approval will be straightforward?
Yeah.
So similar.
Yeah.
So, by the way, I dig the logo. I dig that you're already thinking marketing, and I think that if this would come to life, I think social media would be the way to go. And by the way, I am a Golden Eagle. But what kind of research have you done overall? There are some gums out there that claim brightening, those kinds of things. So in your market research, because right now we're looking at concepts, so we're looking for research. So where did you find out, like, where would you slide in among those others? Is it just that it doesn't have the harsh chemical whitening product in it?
So we took inspiration off of this toothpaste called High Smile, and basically there's other whitening gums on the market, but ours really doesn't. It's like a temporary experience for like dates and like if you're going to like a first impression, because it's a coat that goes over your teeth, which makes it appear whiter. And a lot of those other gums are like whitening, which like has chemicals and like, you know, like how you put on a whitening strip and it's like sensitive afterwards. We're trying to avoid that like completely. So we are just trying to focus on a product that, how do I explain it? Like it just makes it look brighter for a first like impression.
Just a quick question. You said I think it was $5.99, 59 cents for a piece of gum, right? What cost? Did I miss that? Did you present that up there?
Yeah, we're charging $6 for 10 pieces. Looking at like we took inspiration from other whitening products. For instance, like whitening strips can range from 15 to 30 bucks for 10 packs. So we thought it was reasonable for a whitening product just to be as cheap as almost your normal pack of gum.
How about cost? What is it going to cost you to make?
Oh, cost to make it. We haven't took that into consideration just because this is a concept, but we do think this is possible.
Okay.
Just one quickie, Andrew. Have you tested one time? Have you concocted one piece of gum to try it and say, hey, does this work?
That's a very good question. We haven't tested it yet, but I do have purple toothpaste in my bathroom that does work, and we think we could implement it into a gum.
And have you thought about how you would want to sell the product? Like what method you would go about selling it?
So yeah, we thought TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram were definitely our best options for marketing. Like taking for instance, like TikTok, you can use hashtags, and you can also pay for a certain amount of views to reach out to certain audiences. And we feel like things such as Facebook and Instagram will also, because Instagram is it has so many good advertisements that you can, like you have posts, you have videos. We just thought it was the smartest way to promote our product with the least amount of expense. All right, good question, by the way. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
All right,
Thank you. Thanks for the jingle.
That jingle was fire. I'm not going to lie, you guys. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Let's give them another big round of applause. Up next, we have Prepped Presents presented by, wow, say that 5 times fast. Prepped Presents presented by Braden Rosh from Glen Oak High School. And on deck, we have Snow Shield.
Hello, Sharks. My name is Braden Roche, and I'm a sophomore at Glen Oak High School. And I'm going to tell you about my product, Prep Presents. But before I tell you about that, let me introduce you to someone. This is Dave. He's been my family's mailman for around 20 years, and his birthday's coming up, so we want to get him a gift. But let's look at what I know about Dave. His name is Dave. He's a mailman, and I think his favorite color is blue. Well, I'll be honest with you guys, I don't know that much about Dave, but I do know he's a nice, hard-working guy and deserves a gift. So, judges, raise your hands. How many of you have a Dave in your lives? Of course, because we all have Daves in our lives. And these people make up a village. This village is the people that we really appreciate, and they do a lot for us. But we still need to get them gifts for the holidays. And there are people like your mechanics, your coworkers, your neighbors, and even your cousins. So what do we usually do in these scenarios? how about I go to the mall? But what stores do I go to? And it's a far drive, and I don't even know what I'm looking for, so no, that probably won't work. What about cash? But isn't that just saying you're worth 20 bucks to me, or 30 bucks, or 50 bucks? No, that's not it. Oh, a gift card. Gift cards are good, but it's the same problem as the mall and cash. What store and how much? So if you think I'm alone in these problems, you'd be wrong. Do you know that 45% of Americans say that the hardest part of gift giving is actually finding the gift? 32% of gift recipients are actually neighbors and colleagues. And the average amount of money spent on coworkers during the holidays is $37. Yikes. I'm here to fix that with my product, Prepped Presents. What we're going to do is we're going to go out to Plain Township and survey all these people in these occupations and sort out what they're going to want. And we're going to put that into a bundle, and that's going to get rid of all of the guessing work you're going to have to do around the holidays. We're going to provide you with full, attentive, and hardworking service. So, like I said, what I'm going to go and do is I'm going to go survey this village. I'm going to get my hands dirty, go out there, and interview and survey people like your mechanics, your coworkers, neighbors, and cousins, all these people about their occupation, how old they are, and where they're from. And I'm going to sort this into different price points based on how much you're willing to spend on your gift, whether it be $25, $50, $75, or $100. The process is incredibly simple. All you have to do is visit our website, select who in your village you're shopping for, identify your price range, and then check out. And I'll even throw in some extra additional services for a little bit more money, like handwritten notes, personal gift wrapping, and even direct ship to the recipient. So, judges, I'll be honest, I couldn't tell you exactly what's on this slide because I don't yet know. But once I survey all these people in these occupations, I could tell you exactly what a 24-year-old mailman's going to want for you. And I could tell you exactly what he's going to want, put that in a bundle for you. And how I'm going to be making money is primarily through my website, where I'm going to be selling these things. I'm also going to be able to sell out our market research that we're going to be having. And once again, probably going to be using social media because it's the most cost-effective form of advertisement. I'm going to really be able to get my product out there. And we're looking for probably about mid-range age. So probably you, not you, maybe you. And with this, we're also going to have 15% off if you fill out these surveys online. Now, these testimonials aren't real, but I do want you to envision with me a 44-year-old teacher named Amanda telling you that her holidays were relieved with Prepped Presents. Help me envision this with your investment. Prepped Presents, confident gift giving. Any questions?
Wow. Even from the old guy, yeah, I'm very impressed. I think this is fantastic. I think it's a perfect example of how artificial intelligence is being used today. You're going to train a model that go out, collect the data, put the data together, and then be able to offer the solution through the results of that model. So it's really brilliant thinking. And I think you're narrowing your focus so you can deepen your impact in a particular community and a particular series of folks. So my compliments. There's obviously big upfront costs on this. Very difficult to predict, to be able to capture the data, and there's 100 ways to collect it, right? But once you've populated the model, I think it's well stated. I love all your false data and your,
Thank you.
And he talks about his cousins a lot.
I don't know my cousins that well.
Just a kind of for all of us thinking of starting a business, it starts by understanding what it is the customer wants and are they willing to pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
That's that little gold nugget. I think you've absolutely identified a problem. For all of us, I've had moments where it's, oh my gosh, I'd like to do something special for Dave, but what do I do? What I'm curious about is there enough commonality between postmen and women that you can, and age, that you can really make an accurate prediction as to what that person would want?
Great question. So, like I said, I'm going to be doing this surveying, and it's just going to suggest to you the most popular, like, related items. And like I said, I haven't done the surveying yet, so I couldn't tell you specifically. But I know there are certain jobs where the things you would like would be pretty similar to your job. Like teachers, I couldn't imagine them being, like, pretty far off, if it's occupation-based, obviously. But, yeah, with the surveys, I could be able to tell if there's a far range or if not. Does that answer your question? Okay.
I bet you discover that all teachers don't want mugs, right? Like, yeah. Yeah. I really like the idea. I also like immediately translated into, you know, how it's really what you're selling is data here. I loved that you thought about selling the data that you would mine, that's part of the revenue stream. And also that places like Amazon, other places could use that data to create, you know, their own bundles of things. So I really like that idea. What were you thinking in terms of survey mechanisms? How would you think about conducting that kind of survey?
That's a good question. So I would be using the investment money mainly to spread this out to employers and bosses to potentially like reach out to multiple different jobs and have the people enter their age and stuff like that. So the investment would go into employers and such to, you know, distribute the survey out to different people. Does that clear things up? Okay.
You mentioned you have a website. Do you actually have a website?
No, not yet.
Yeah,
but
okay.
that would be the second
That's
step.
another one of the
money.
false data points. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was just curious if you had visitors or anything like story. But that makes sense.
Thank you.
Let's give Braden one more big round of applause. Moving on, we have Snow Shield presented by Bernadette Serverson and Claire Caldwell from Glen Oak High School. Let's give them a warm welcome. And on deck, we have Post Protect.
Hi Sharks, I'm Claire Caldwell.
And I'm Bernadette Severson.
And we are both juniors at Glen Oak High School, and our product is the Snow Shield.
Now, before we get started, how many of you guys have kids? Perfect. So you guys can relate to the obnoxious problem of bundling your kids up and getting them ready to go outside. First off, it's a long process. You got to get the hats, the gloves, the scarves, get them all looking like Ralphie from A Christmas Story here. And then they're like, Mom, Dad, I got to go pee. So they take it all off, go to the bathroom, come back, do it all up again, and then within 1 minute, one shove from their older sibling, and they're in the snow. They come inside screaming, crying because they have snow up their wrists, snow up their ankles, their socks are wet and soggy, the snow day is ruined.
Or say you're on a ski trip with a family and you're so excited, but after just one time of going down the mountain, there's snow all up in your boots, all up in your sleeves, and all you can think about is how freezing and cold and wet you are, okay? Now you may be thinking, there has got to be things on the market for this already, and there is, but it's not really effective. We have some waterproof shoe covers and waterproof socks. Sharks, it's time to armor up with Snow Shield.
Well, what is the Snow Shield? Let's put it simple. It's a winter accessory made up of two materials. First, we have this waterproof fabric called PUL, which we'll get to in a second, and this spandex material around the heel to provide comfort, and this Velcro strap on the top to provide security. It is worn over the sock, but under the boot, and the Snow Shield is invisible yet protective. Now, our second model, the Wrist Shield, similar to the Ankle Shield, we have the spandex material, the Velcro strap, and the PUL material. Now, what is the PUL material, you may be asking?
PUL is a completely waterproof fabric, yet it's still breathable and flexible. Some common uses are cloth diapers and shower curtains. PUL is a main feature of our product because it guarantees that snow will not enter those warm inner layers. It's also compatible with any other winter attire that you may already own, such as your boots, your socks, your gloves, anything. It also doesn't have to be washed after just one use, unlike some of our competitors. The waterproof socks. You often have to sacrifice affordability if you want effectiveness, or effectiveness if you want affordability. you have to sacrifice. It's not a great option. Shoe covers, they're not discreet, they're not stylish, they don't work, okay? But the Snow Shield is effective, discreet, and affordable. We sell the Snow Shield for just $15. Our production costs are $4, giving us a 73% profit margin. If you look at our potential profits, we could be a $1.8 million company. Who doesn't want to invest in a $1.8 million company?
Now, you may be thinking, we've barely had any snow in this area of Ohio, which is true, but just 2 hours up north in Ashtabula County, they average anywhere from 120 inches of snowfall per year, which is why northeastern Ohio is the perfect location to launch the Snow Shield, because so much of our target market is already right here. And what's our target market? Families out in the snow, people playing in the snow, and people participating in winter sports. Now, what's our marketing plan? First, we're going to hit them with social media and online ads, and work with social media influencer Lindsey Vaughn to help promote our product to her audience. And also, our plans for investment funds. Testing different prototypes of our product is essential for finding our best version of our model before we put it out there. And before we put it out there, we're going to want a patent, and also potentially selling our idea to a glove company.
Our company has a heart for keeping people warm in the winter, so once we become established, we would love to donate back to homeless shelters and people who have a hard time staying warm in those winter months. So who's ready to armor up with Snow Shield?
I'll get started with the question. First of all, good presentation, and yeah, if I'm following it right, the most annoying thing when you go out in the snow is when the snow goes up your sleeve or down your sock. Yeah, totally.
It burns.
Yeah. So that I really think you're touching on. Have you tried making a prototype, or so far is this
we have not made an official design or prototype yet. We do have a sample of the PUL material. It is completely waterproof, yet still comfortable. But that's what we would mostly use those investment funds for, is making an official prototype and design.
Yeah, and I just found myself thinking while you were presenting, it might be useful to pick a specific segment and focus first. Like your picture of Ralphie was perfect, right? That problem of snow getting up my sleeve and down my socks occurred more when I was 10 than it does now that I'm 60. And maybe that's the starting point for who we market that product to. Just thought.
Thank you.
So in terms of how you'd use the investment, tell me again how you'd want to use the investment.
Well, first we said we wanted to patent our product and test different prototypes of our product and patent our product. And then once we do that, we were looking to sell online, starting on Etsy, and then go on to potentially an online store, and then even a big goal of ours is going into online or in-store retailers. But first, we need to set up a prototype and find the exact best model of our product. Does that answer your question?
Are you both outdoors people? How'd you come up with the idea too?
Good question. Thank you for asking. Actually, I'm one of 8 kids, and I have 4 younger siblings, and I grew up in Minnesota, so we've got a lot of snow, and it's a very big problem. My siblings would always run inside, or my cousins, and we just thought, well, this is a big, relatable problem, so we should probably come up with a solution.
When you looked at research your competition, did you research shirts that had holes in the sleeve?
Not officially, but I do own some shirts with holes in the sleeves. Oftentimes the cloth is not waterproof, which with this PUL material, that really sets us apart from the competition.
How did you come up with your cost at $4 on a $15 sale?
That's just looking at different prices of buying bulk fabrics of PUL and spandex material, but as we don't have an official prototype,
Okay.
it's not set in stone
But you
yet.
didn't just throw a dart at the wall. That's what I was looking for. Good. Thank you. Nice presentation.
Thank you.
Yeah, I got a little, nice presentation. I really think you are touching something. I don't mean to beat a dead horse, but I do think, are you Claire or Bernadette?
I'm
Bernadette. I do think this product would really appeal to the kids that got shoved out into the snow and said play, right? And then came in crying because the snow got up their sleeve or whatever. So I think I think you're touching an idea there. Good job.
Thank you.
Let's keep it going for Snow Shield. That was a great presentation. Moving on, we have Post Protect. Let's welcome Macy Cryfield and Drew Nyport from Glen Oak High School. On deck, we have Mom, What's for Dinner?
Hi, I'm Drew Newport, and this is Macy.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Macy Critchfield.
And we're here with Post Protect. Post number 1. Macy,
I'm sorry. I was just posting.
now is not the time.
It's always the time. How many of you here use social media? How many of you here?
How many of you here use social media responsibly? Today we thought we would test that. Post number 1.
Look who's officially a Glen Oak golfer.
Now, I'm sure some of you can see a couple things wrong with this post. For starters, it shows her address, the sport she plays, what her house looks like, and the school she goes to.
84% of people overshare personal information on the internet.
Post number 2.
Hey guys, just saw online that George Michael's comeback album is out 2025. Shaking my head. He should have retired in 1995. Can't believe there are losers lined up for this crowd.
Now, this one's a little bit harder, so I'll just tell you, George Michael died in 2016. Also, do any of you judges know who that is? Because it's not George Michael. It's actually not. It's John Rzeznik, the lead singer of the Goo Goo Dolls.
10% 10% of adults admit to not initially being aware of posting fake news, but have at least once.
Now, fake news is a problem because in a world where so much of our news and media is consumed through social media. Now, someone finding a prehistoric image of John Rzeznik and claiming it's George Michael isn't a huge problem until it's done on large scale with big events.
Just bought a house, so excited.
Now, this one is the hardest, and I guarantee none of you will get it, so I'll just let you know. An online locksmith can look at the maker and model of the key, see the number of pins in it, and make an exact copy, giving a scammer access to your home.
So we created an app called Post Protect. It links to social media and alerts you when you're about to post something that could be harmful or false information.
Just to reiterate that, our app is hands-on and takes a look at all of your posts before you post it and checks it for anything. Unlike our main competitor, Smart Social, which is an educational service with exclusive memberships. It's simply 30 educational videos on the dangers of the internet, but it doesn't do anything, unlike our app.
People in general also might think that they know how to post responsibly, but 31% of people still don't feel safe on the internet.
Now, our target market are influencers, frequent posters, and parents who are buying for the protection of their children.
We do have a monthly subscription of $5 a month, which includes our full version, which goes more in-depth and checks for more stuff. We do have a free version, which just alerts you when the post is unsafe. And our paid version shows what is wrong and how to fix it. We'll market this through social media, which is faster, more efficient, and cost-effective.
There are 175 million US Facebook users. If just 1% of that market bought our app, we would be making $9 million in monthly revenue and $108 million annually. Sharks, we're asking for your $2,000 to first go into developing this app, which we know is possible through systems such as Grammarly.
The $2,000 will also go towards a patent for our product and go through those social media paid ads that we talked about earlier. We know this will work because 80% of people are willing to act upon protecting their privacy.
Thank you for your time, and we hope you consider Post Protect. Any questions?
So I'll just ask you this: how do you think you can compete against Facebook if they come up with this product?
Well, as we said before, we would apply for a patent as soon as we get this money, which we know costs a lot. However, Facebook hasn't come up with it yet, and however long it has been around. So we think that if we can get this patent and start getting it out there, we could beat them to it.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, great presentation. I love the concept. I think
you.
it's a great idea.
Thank you.
Can you kind of go into, you said your target market is parents, right, for their kids. Like, what's the vision around that aspect of the app? Because I could just see a kid deleting it off their phone, right?
Yeah, well, I know a bunch of my friends who either don't have social media or, like in the App Store, they have to have their parents approve of their apps before they have it. So it'll kind of be set up like that, where they can, like, it won't be able...
Yeah, it won't be unilateral. Or they can
Yes.
If I can add on to that, I feel like more kids would want to use it as it gets rid of their overbearing parents, possibly, who aren't constantly checking their social media.
Well, yeah, great. It's always nice to have a product that both ends it appeals to. First of all, good presentation, very well thought out. I think you have I think it's a tall hill to climb to write the app. That's just my opinion. But I think the idea is really cool. I was going to point out that to me, as a guy who is a social media guy but no expert, this would appeal to me just to make sure I don't make faux pas. In other words, so I don't look at this as just a, hey, make my kid use this thing.
Right.
I think there's a wider appeal even than that.
I agree, and that's definitely something to look at.
Have you ever written an app?
I have not, no, but we have looked at the costs for hiring a software developer, which would be a lot higher, as a couple hundred dollars for first developing it, and then as we got into just fixing bugs as the app is already developed, it becomes a lot less.
If you write this app, I want to try it.
All right.
For the record.
Yeah, you're talking to Mr. Software over here. So that's yeah, I wanted to find out like how much research you've done on the software development, and also just if you would take this to market, just to be aware of someone's going to pick this off. It's a great idea and much needed. And I would say the same thing. I would just like to have it up there. I mean, that's why I use Grammarly. I mean, I'm a writer by trade, and I still use Grammarly because it's there to catch the things that before I go out with it. So what kind of investigation have you done on software? You said a couple $100, but have you talked to anybody about it or mapped out anything more formally?
That's a great question. We haven't talked to anyone specifically, but we have done, we haven't just looked at one specific person. We've looked at multiple different people, and the variety ranges from just a few $100s, but no more than 1,000.
All right, thank you.
Give him another big round of applause. Although Sharks, I am a little bit worried about my mom getting a hold of these two kids and them telling my mom their idea, because I already have 1 million apps installed for my mom. She knows where I'm at, you guys. She's tracking me. So, yeah, stay away. Don't tell my mom this app idea. But up next, we have Mom, What's for Dinner, presented by Haley Hoffman from Hoover High School. And on deck, we have Chop and Change Golf Club.
Hi, my name's Haley Hoffman, and I'm going to be introducing you to my app called Mom, What's for Dinner. This is an app you're going to realize you never knew you needed. Mom and Dad's in the audience, turn up your ears. My app is...
Take your time. We're all good here.
Do you ever get caught in the situation where your kids are screaming at you saying, "Mom, what's for dinner?" Maybe you don't have kids. Maybe it's, "Haley, what's for dinner?" Maybe it's, "Dad, what's for dinner?" Whatever the situation may be, maybe you have a hectic life, maybe you have dietary restrictions, allergies, or even a meal plan you like to follow. And every meal you seem to make just doesn't follow it. Life is too crazy as it is, and coming home trying to make a meal that everyone likes, on top of that,
You're solving my problem right now.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I think you got a good idea going.
and on top of that, trying to Okay. So basically, you scan the QR codes in your app on the receipt, and basically, once you scan the QR codes on the app, then you you can personalize it to yourself, to your dietary restrictions, your allergies, or anything you may have, and you can watch video tutorials and follow the instructions. And we're going to have business partnerships with grocery stores such as Meijer, Giant Eagle, Instacart, or even grocery delivery services. And it's for all age groups, and you can personalize your meal from 5 minutes to even to 1 hour, whatever meal you would like. And then for my pricing, you would have a 1 week free trial, and then it would go up to $13.99 a month. And then you sign up for a year and you get 2 months free. My main goal in my app is to save. My main goal in my app is to my main goal in my app is to save your body and your money, basically. And over 52% of U.S. Americans over 20 are on some type of special diet as of 2022. And this number is only higher now of 2024. The food waste in America is 60 million tons per year. My competition would be Pinterest or any type of social media. And I would say that they're not much of a competition because, well, my item is personalized to you and to what you want. And that's it.
Nice job. I know it's so hard speaking in public, but I have a very tough question for you. You ready? If I said, "Hey, wife, what's for dinner?" would that work for me? Like I scan it and I tell her what I want for dinner? Am I going to get any backlash?
No, I think it would still work.
So when you say scan the receipt, so it takes the ingredients that you would go buy and then it matches it to things that you can make with those. Is that what you're telling me it does? Which is a big deal because I've got a daughter that has celiac, and we're always struggling to find things to make for her because she's one of those dietary restriction people. So I like the concept of it making what I buy, not just stuff I have. So it's what I would choose if I'm tracking with you. It's not like I go find a recipe first and have to go buy those things. It takes what I would normally buy and finds things that I can make with that ingredient list. Yes? That's a great idea.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what would be the tie-in to Meijer and the other grocery stores was interesting. What was your vision there? What was the thought?
So basically, it would be a business partnership with the grocery stores, and there would be a QR code on the receipt, and then you would scan it, and then it would go into.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, and then the app would basically be just like a virtual like fridge or pantry, and it would have all your items on there.
Based on the QR code at the bottom of the receipt that I got at Meijer.
Yeah, right.
That's smart. That's a good idea. Well, and you know, the drum I like to beat is you got to have a product that people want. You know, the number of times, at least in my life, where I go to mom or my wife and go, "What's for dinner?" The look I tend to get is not a positive moment. And by helping alleviate that, that's a winner idea. I like it.
What inspired you to come up with it?
Honestly, just me always trying to make stuff and then never having it at home, and then having my dad go get like eggs or something, or like an ingredient for like the meal I wanted to make. And then I kind of just thought, I was like, what could an app be that I could make to make that easier? So it's with ingredients you already all have at your house.
So what would you use the money for?
The money I would use is to develop my app. I actually have an uncle in app developing, and he would help develop my app for me for no less than like $5,000.
As a performer, I know how brave you guys have to be to get up on stage. So let's give Haley one more big round of applause. Well done. And also, Sharks, you know, I just got my blood work done, and I didn't even know I was allergic to milk. I couldn't believe this. So I'm finding out I can't have certain foods and stuff, so that's a wonderful product. Now, let's welcome to the stage Chop and Change Golf Club, presented by Leo Paxos from Hoover High School. And on deck, we have Texting Terminator.
Man, golf clubs are heavy, aren't they? Like 40 pounds? Hold my shoulder. Alright, my product is the Chop and Change Golf Club. My name is Leo Paxos. I'm in 9th grade. I go to Hoover High School. And did you know that golf has seen a stunning increase in participants? About 34% more people in the last 7 years have started playing golf more. And that is a big increase, one of the highest increasing sports in the last 7 years. So, say you go to a country club or a golf course, and you think you don't need a caddy, or they don't offer a caddy. So you bring your bag, and you just carry it yourself. But most bags weigh about 30 to 40 pounds, and that can cause shoulder or back pain whenever you're walking. And even if you do have a caddy, they can be slowed down tremendously with how heavy your bags can be. And also, many golfers travel with their bags, and travel fees can cost up to $150, which is very costly. And also, parents spend about $460 on golf clubs for their kids from the ages of 5 to 8. So, my target market would mostly consist of people who typically golf a lot, like consistent golf enthusiasts. And it would also be projected at like parents who have children who have trouble carrying golf bags, but they still want to golf. And also older golfers who have like back and shoulder pain from carrying golf clubs, obviously. So, my solution to the problem is to just have one golf club with interchangeable club heads and shafts to match the specific golfer, and also be much lighter and much easier to transport. So my market competition would mostly be all the big golf companies like TaylorMade, Cobra, and Callaway. And while they all are very good golf companies, they all only sell one golf club for $200 to $700. Well, my golf club would be 8 golf clubs in one for the price of $300. Marketing strategy. Our product would be available in golf pro shops and also sporting goods stores and online on the website that I will be making. And it would also be advertised near golf courses, near schools, and on social medias like TikTok, Instagram, and X or Twitter. So, back in shoulder pain. Your golf bag should not weigh more than 20% of your body weight. And golf bags usually weigh around 35 to 40 pounds, and that's before adding any additional accessories. So you need to weigh at least 175 pounds for it to be a good weight, so you don't hurt your back as much. And even then, most people still have back, shoulder, and neck pain. 25% of golfers experience back problems, and 34.5% of golf-related injuries have something to do with their back, shoulder, or neck. Most people travel with 2 bags: your luggage with all your stuff in it, and then your carry-on for stuff that you use on the plane, or like your phone and stuff like that. Additional baggage fees can can cost around $150 if the bag exceeds 25 pounds, and as I've said, golf bags weigh around 30 to 40 pounds. But with the Chop and Change Golf Club, you can travel with less of a fee, and we are going to make travel shafts that can close down and expand out, so you can either carry them in your carry-on, or they can weigh less, so you won't have as much of a baggage fee. Different dominant hands. Left-handed golfers have to use different clubs than right-handed golfers. So what we will have is we will have left-handed club hands. So instead of carrying 2 big bags to the golf course, you can just have 1 bag, 2 shafts, and all the club heads that you need. For young kids, parents on average spend about $480 on golf clubs for their kids on the ages of 5 to 18. But the Chop and Change Golf Club has different shaft sizes and club head sizes, so that way they can fit all youth golfers throughout their life for the low price of $300. Thank you for your time, Sharks, and please take a swing at my company and invest.
Well done. Well done, Leo. I love the idea.
Thank you.
I'm a little challenged on the shaft, because people get pretty particular about whether it's, graphite or steel and whatnot.
Yeah.
But the interchangeable golf heads from different brands, brilliant.
Thank
I
you.
really think it's a good idea.
Thank you.
IP is probably your biggest investment up front.
Yeah.
Getting the the intellectual property and the patents and so forth to be able to secure it. But I think it's just a super idea and well presented. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think you did a great job. You hit the nail on the head on that, Bill, on what I think the market opportunity is. Did you look at all at like what it would cost to develop?
So with a $2,000 investment, I could make 15 clubs, which would cost around $1,650. So I would $350 left for marketing and patents, and I would get roughly like a $2,800 profit if I sold all those clubs. And driver would be the most costly. The driver head, it would cost around $27. Other club heads usually cost from $79, and then the graphite shaft or other shafts would cost around like $9 to $12.
The total cost for like a set would, because you said you were going to sell it for like $300. What's your estimated cost to produce a set?
To produce a set would be, including the production costs, would be around like $125 roughly.
Okay.
109 without production cost.
Have you talked to anybody that could make a prototype for you or anything?
Yeah, there's a few people. I haven't talked to them personally, but my family and myself personally, we have a few people that could help develop a prototype with the money that we would have from an investment.
And you're a golfer, I take it?
I mean, I golf from time to time. Yeah, I like golfing.
That's so do
Not
I.
really.
Yeah, this was a really clever idea.
Thank
I
you.
like this. I'm curious, do you have there's a lot of golfers. Do you have a target market of golfers, a subgroup within there?
It would mostly consist of parents whose children liked golfing a lot, but it was a struggle for them to carry their bags, and also they didn't want to spend a lot of money because they didn't know if their kids would be committed to golfing yet, so they didn't want to buy a whole golf set, so they would just buy my product. And if they did want to golf, they could grow up with those clubs. There would also be older golfers who are already experiencing shoulder, neck, and back pain.
Yeah, that's smart. I don't think that this product would appeal to your hardcore golfers, although I don't know. I'm not a hardcore. But the golfers that are a little more casual, I think, would find this very useful and interesting, especially as they travel. I also just wanted to, good job, your observation at the start of this, how golf has become more popular over the last. It's always nice to create a business where there's a tailwind. Headwinds in a business, I'm not saying you can't do it, but the tailwind just makes the whole effort a lot easier. So good job picking that. Thank you.
Since Chuck's not here tonight, I'm going to play the part of Mr. Wonderful because I'm almost bald too. But I really think that this could appeal to even high-end golfers if you can engineer and patent the design of how you hook the head, unique head, onto the shaft that the golfer likes to use, that you could get a royalty deal with all of the major golf manufacturers, that they could make a head to attach to the shafts, whatever shaft a particular golfer. I used to be a very avid golfer. And I would really be interested in that because sometimes I want a tailor-made head, sometimes I want a Nike, sometimes, you know, it's so we're really, I think you're on to something cool.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let's give him another big round of applause. Moving on, we have Texting Terminator, presented by Kenyon Oaks and Vincenzo Gamboni. On deck, we have the Carding Compound.
Hello, Sharks. Our product is the Texting Terminator. I'm Kenyon Oaks.
I'm Vincenzo Gambone. We're sophomores at Hoover High School, and we are in Business Foundation course. We can all agree that texting and driving is a big problem in our world today. Our product, the Texting Terminator, will help solve that problem.
Texting and driving significantly increases the chance that a driver will be involved in a motor vehicle accident. Drivers who text and drive spend 10% of the time outside of their lane. Texting makes a crash 23 times more likely to happen. AT&T Teen Driver Survey found that 97% of teens agree that texting and driving is extremely dangerous, yet 43% of them do it anyway. 19% of all drivers admit to playing on their phones while driving.
Texting and driving is illegal in 48 states. Drivers can get fined up to $500 depending on which state you're in. In 2021, there was about 410 deaths as a result of texting and driving, yet teens still regularly do it.
The target market for the Texting Terminator is extremely large that will result in huge sales. Our target market are all drivers out there. There are 243 million drivers in the United States, and by that chart, you can see the numbers are projected to increase more and more every year. Drivers between the ages of 16 to 24 are way more likely to cause crashes, so we target the parents of these drivers especially. There are 25 million drivers between the ages of 16 to 24.
Basically, what our product is sensors that you put into the car panel or the driver side door panel. Every time you get into the car, your text messaging phone app will be turned off. And then every time you exit the car, it will be turned back on. It's simple, easy, and effective.
Competitors. There's not many competitors out there. The only competitor we researched on was Apple Car Mode. Has anybody heard of it? Exactly. Most people don't even know about it. Even the people that do know about it don't use it because they're way too addicted to their phones. Our product is superior because it forces drivers not to text while driving. It's not just a setting you have to turn on or off. It just automatically disables texting.
We would sell our product for $100. To make our product, we would make our product for $10. It would be a $9 profit. Our product would be sold online through social media, Amazon, eBay, and our own website. We would advertise our product in like driving schools, anywhere like pop-up ads that we can with driving.
Oh, other slide didn't make it. What we would do with the money: one, we would use the money to get materials to make a prototype. We have not started prototyping yet. Two, we would test the prototype and make the final design. And three, we would use some of the investment to improve our business and get our product out on the market. Parents every day spend $100 on a shirt, $100 on a hoodie, $150 on shoes, $100 on sporting equipment. How much does your child mean to you? Would you spend $100 just to keep your child safe on the road? Thank you for listening.
So I'm not sure I should be confessing this, especially with cameras rolling, but I have a Tesla with self-driving. That bugger watches me. They have a camera that it sees if I look down, it goes out of a self-driving mode. It won't let me text and drive. So I guess that was my point. Good presentation. You've really touched a nerve. Everybody in this room, I'm sure, can identify. I'm curious, who's buying this?
Basically, like parents that are worried about the children, because
So it's
From-
we're selling to parents with
Yeah.
young drivers, and that's why you focused on young drivers.
Yeah.
Got it.
I mean, I think it's important to all drivers out there because it's not just teens who are texting and driving causing problems on the road. I mean, it's all drivers, but teens are just more likely to do it. So we would target all drivers, but put a little more emphasis on the parents of young teens.
So it disables the texting app from any kind of phone.
Yes.
Okay. So it's like it's a software sensor, yeah?
Basically.
Okay. Okay, so another question would be, have you investigated at all how you might go about programming something like this or producing a product like this?
Not really. It's just we're in the starter phase of it, but it's kind of expensive to get what we kind of need to start.
Yeah, I mean, same. So what he said, like that's pretty much what the investment's going to: prototyping, researching, developing the software to it.
Yeah, I think it's great. You certainly have identified a problem, right? I mean, people text and drive all the time, and I don't think there's probably anybody in here that hasn't seen somebody doing it and been threatened. It would be interesting to see how it interfaces with, the hands-free texting now with all the voice stuff, the Apple CarPlay and whatnot, so that when you text, you're paying attention, but you're talking versus just like you're talking to the person next to you. But I do think it's just a great idea, especially for, I agree with you with teenagers. Although my wife would say for me too, but that's okay.
Yeah, and I think Ken hit a nerve on the technology piece because there's already conversations going amongst auto dealers about DUI specific sensors in cars to avoid drinking and driving, and I think there's an opportunity there. Obviously, Tesla has their version that if you could take it to market, it could be bigger than just parents doing it. It'd be people buying a car because it's in there. So, not to go back to Mr. Wonderful, but royalty deal. There's definitely opportunity there.
I'm sorry, it strikes me that if you're wildly successful, you will be very unpopular at your school. And the other important question I have is, which two states are you allowed to text to drive?
I think it's Minnesota and Mississippi, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay. Thanks. Good job. Well thought out.
Great presentation.
What a great presentation. Let's keep it going. And let's bring it over to the karting compound presented by Austin Vlascoffy from Louisville High School. And on deck we have Bo Jays. Oh, and there's a vehicle on the stage now, so I'm going to get off.
Hi, Sharks. I'm Austin Velasky, a junior at Louisville High School, and I'm thrilled to present to you my passion project, the Karting Compound. As a dedicated karting enthusiast myself, I've identified the need in the market for a safe and affordable place for go-kart owners to take their own personal go-karts. Go-karting offers an exhilarating experience. Racers enjoy the adrenaline rush of navigating tight turns and straightaways as they leave behind the stresses of daily life. One of my absolute favorite activities to do on a date is to go go-karting. The only problem with this is it gets extremely expensive. At the largest go-karting track in the U.S., you'll pay $25 for one 10-minute race per person. That is $50 for just a 10-minute date. For a family of four, you're looking at $100 for only 10 minutes of family fun. But nobody's just going for 10 minutes, so they opt for the 3-race package at $60 per person. So that's $240 for 30 minutes of family fun. To avoid these high costs, I purchased my own go-kart. The only problem with this is there's nowhere safe and legal to drive it. I was surprised while shopping to realize that you can buy a used go-kart for as little as $350. Introducing my solution, the Karting Compound. It will be the first go-kart track that allows racers to bring their own personal go-karts, which will make it possible for me to significantly lower my cost. Existing go-kart tracks require the use of facility carts, which limits the racer's personal experience and denies them the freedom of racing their own personal carts. These tracks charge high rental fees to cover maintenance and overhead costs. Karting Compound revolutionizes this norm by allowing racers to bring their own go-karts. This unique approach sets us apart as the superior choice in the industry, providing both affordability and unparalleled personal experience for our customers. Karting Compound will have a variety of different styles of tracks in order to accommodate to each and every style of go-kart, including dirt tracks, paved tracks, and even ice tracks. Go-karting stands out as an exceptionally active and healthy sport. It gets you outside and socializing with others. It is an activity that can be enjoyed by people of all ages, especially teens and young adults who are looking for something fun and exciting to do. Karting Compound would be a fun, local, affordable experience for everyone. Karting Compound would have initial startup fees that would include the purchase of land, building the tracks, and installing utilities. After startup, though, ongoing operational costs would be minimum, including insurance, utilities, and staffing. This allows me to make my price significantly lower. At only $20 an hour, I anticipate generating $384,000 in the first year. Thank you for taking the time to hear about my passion project, the Karting Compound. With a clear need in the market and an innovative approach to go-karting, I'm excited to revolutionize the industry by providing an affordable and customizable experience for racers of all levels. My vision is not just to create a go-kart track, but to create a vibrant community hub where friends, family, and enthusiasts can come together to enjoy the thrill of karting. Sharks, let's rev up the engines of success and propel Karting Compound into pole position as the go-to place for unforgettable experiences and lasting memories. I'll be happy to answer any questions you have.
Great presentation. You're clearly very passionate about it, and it definitely strikes that you really like, working on this and driving a go-kart. Did you tell us what you were going to use the money for, firstly?
I would use it to begin surveying land and find a good piece of property where I'd build the tracks.
Got it. And how does this get really big? What's your vision? Obviously, you want to start your first one, but are you thinking franchise? You do it yourself? What are we doing?
I could see franchising the brand and allowing other people all over the U.S. to open similar tracks with the same idea under the Karting Compound name.
Do you have any idea how much land you need? How many acres it takes to make a decent?
I'd imagine each track would take around 3 acres. So considering there would be about 3 tracks per facility, so you would be looking at around probably 20 acres of land.
Okay. How does this car stand up in a car wash?
How many people own their own carts? You're the first person that I know that owns their own go-kart like this.
It's actually an extremely large market. It's valued at over $150 million, and it's growing at a 3% rate each year. While shopping, I was also surprised to realize, but just in my local area of Stark County, there were hundreds of carts for sale. So it's a very large market.
Thank you.
Aren't there other cart places I can go? Well, you showed a few, but I guess what I'm trying to get at is what is going to make yours unique?
It is the first go-kart track that allows people to bring their own personal go-karts.
So that's going to be the secret.
Yes.
Have you contemplated that you would also, by the way, sell carts?
Yes, I did. I could imagine selling my own carts or running a little go-kart dealership there that allows people to easily access carts that they would use.
You're actually kind of serious about this, aren't you?
Yes, this is something I'm very passionate about.
Yeah, I can tell. Well, I'm just curious, have you thought about, are there liability issues?
Yes, there are. So to cover liabilities, I actually spoke to an owner. They do similar things with dirt bikes and four-wheelers, and I talked to someone who owns a dirt bike track, and what he does is racers sign a personal liability waiver that covers the cart and injuries that happen to themselves, but as far as what I would need, I would have general liability insurance that would cover spectators and anyone like walking around on the track, and then property insurance to cover the tracks themselves.
One more question, and I'll give it to others, but is the vision hot laps versus racing?
Yeah, so the vision is just drive. Basically, it would be very casual. We would run leagues and stuff, but those would be special times. But in general, it'd be open, and people just come and drive around.
How
for
fast
their
can
hour.
I get around? And
Yep.
Can I get faster? Okay.
So to kind of go back to that original problem, you own one.
Yes.
What do you do with it if you can't take it to a place now?
I drive it on the streets, which is my point. It's extremely unsafe. I've had close calls with the police before.
Okay.
Are these your parents down here?
Right there. Yes, they do. My dad's driven right by a cop before on it.
All right. Not what I was expecting, I'll be honest.
Yes.
You know, a lot of really great businesses start with something that we love. All of us here started something because we had a special interest. So no matter what happens, we can see your passion, and I would
Yes.
say continue pursuing your dream.
Thank you.
Just in one other thought, just storage. You know, if I owned one of these, I wouldn't have to take it back and forth from my local track, right? So if you had some place that could store them and rack them, and
Yes.
nice job. Thank you.
You know, I too have a Tesla, and right now it's charging, unfortunately, in the parking lot. So I might have to buy this from this kid to get back to Cleveland tonight. I'm a little bit worried. So just keep that there until the end, all right? But folks, last but not least, we have BoJay's, presented by Caleb Lawhon from Perry High School. Big round of applause.
Hello, Sharks. My name is Caleb Lawhon. I'm a student at Perry High School, a multi-sport athlete, and I contract roofs for J&J Roofing. 88% of college athletes were multi-sport athletes in high school. With being a multi-sport athlete, there becomes many challenges for us. Those being all the shoes we need. My very colorful football cleats. My basketball shoes. My fish slippers. I knew it was a bad idea to let my mom pack that bag. Like I said, I contract roofs. We use a boot called Cougar Paws. This gives you the ability to reattach the bottoms, giving you better traction on the roof. This is good for me, because if I were to fall off the roof, my football coach would not be too happy. Then I got to thinking, how can we take this to the sport world? That's where I came up with BoJay's. BoJay's is the shoe adaptable for 10 different environments, all in one shoe. With just the use of a Phillips screwdriver and 4 screws, you can go from the football field to the ice skating rink with just a click of a finger. The base shoe and the attachments will be separately sold products. The attachments are sold at $25. That is a price point we'd like to see. The base shoe is sold at $100 and is available in 8 different colors. Taking a step into the footwear industry, there are many competitors, those being Nike, Adidas, and Under Armour. We have superior advantage over those companies with our affordability and our adaptability. Imagine this scenario. You're a parent of a 3-sport athlete who needs shoes for the upcoming season. With the average price of athletic shoes being $138.50, that would be $415.50 just for the shoes. With BoJay's, it would be $175, and you are provided with the adaptability that your other shoes cannot even compete with. You may ask, how will I market this? We look at social media. 90% of Americans use social media, and I will use a personal account or social media ads. This will be huge for the sales of BoJay's. We'd also look at sponsorships, whether it be athletes themselves or content creators. We'd look at billboards and newspaper ads as our local advertisement. Looking towards the future and innovations we have for BoJay's, we'd like to partner with Vessi Shoes to use their technology Dymatex. Dymatex is a unique water-resistant material that keeps your feet dry from the inside and out, allowing sweat and heat to escape the membrane, but water cannot get in. We'd also like to expand to the workforce, produce and sell workforce attachments for our customers. Those are roofing and construction, give you that right traction for those rough environments. Food and beverage, giving you the right stick for slippery surfaces, and heavy cushion for your everyday workers that are always standing, like teachers, doctors, etc. At BoJay's, empowering every step is our mission. We look to revolutionize the footwear industry by offering versatile and adaptable shoes that seamlessly integrate with your lifestyle. Our commitment to adaptability allows our customers to effortlessly customize their footwear experience with ease, empowering them to conquer any challenge with confidence. At BoJay's, we believe in stepping forward together, continuously evolving to meet the ever-changing needs of our customers while leaving a positive footprint on the world. Sharks, let's take a step forward with BoJay's.
It's a very, very good presentation and very interesting concept.
Thank you.
So tell me a little bit, I'm the branding person here, tell me the name.
Okay, that's great questions, too. BoJay's is similar to Bo Jackson. He's my favorite athlete of all time. I take great inspiration for his dominance not only on the gridiron, but also on the diamond. So BoJay's and Bo Jackson really, to me, gives that true multi-sport value.
You know, good presentation.
Thank
Nice
you.
job, Caleb, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
I got a weird. Who did your logo? This is more Sue's area than mine, but gosh, I like your logo. That was good work.
Yeah, let me go back to that. I just always know, like LeBron James and all these great athletes, they like to incorporate their first and last name with their logo. So I was just thinking, if we can get this to look sharp and get a B and a J for BoJay's, I think this will be good for marketing.
Yeah, that was well done. Which I think marketing on shoes like this is an important piece.
Mhm.
But I'm curious. Oh, and then one other comment I was just going to say. I liked how you had the concept that each sport had a dollar amount attached to convert the shoe. That might be nice additional downstream revenue as the shoe's being used for this, but now I want to, now it's basketball season.
Yeah.
I need to order the basketball. So that's pretty cool. That lowers the initial entry point, but brings revenue in later. That's always a good way to go.
Thank you.
But I'm curious. I need educated on this. Like the underlayment of a soccer shoe versus a basketball shoe, those seem so different. Can a shoe like this really convert, I guess is the question.
It can, and a reason why we did look at this attachment process is, like, screws are looked upon for many tools and power tools to hold thousands of pounds of force and torque. So we believe that no matter the bottom, if we can design it to give you a stable, not only for our safety of our athletes, but also for a high level performance, it will be great for BoJay's.
Caleb, great presentation. In your research, you mentioned the roofing shoe that already had like the technology. Does a patent exist on the interchangeability of the bottom of a shoe?
They're kind of like, that's a great question. kind of like track spikes, how you're able to tighten it and get it to your needs. There are shoes that can change to that same domain, but when it comes to being able to go across 10 plus different environments and really experience it throughout different domains, there's nothing like this.
And did you tell us the cost to make? Did you do any research on like what it would cost to make something like this?
We have not gotten a hold of any manufacturers, but I know for me, a gross profit margin of 75% is really what we'd be looking to seek through this product.
Yeah, you asked the questions that I would have focused on as well. I just think that, in all times when you're trying to come up with something new, that if you narrow your focus, I said this earlier, you can deepen your impact. To spread out and say you can do all 10 versus one shoe can convert to the next and maybe give people a flavor based upon what their kids participating in. And then you mentioned restaurant and food safety kind of products and so forth. I mean, again, that's kind of a whole different world, right?
Yeah.
I love the idea because the kids, all my grandkids are involved in multiple sports, so I think it's a cool idea, and if it can be patented and can be developed, it's great. But I don't know that it needs to be all 10, ice skates to cleats, but it sounds like a great idea. Nice presentation. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Let's give it up for BoJ's. And let's give it up for all the amazing students that presented tonight. So while the Sharks go and deliberate, let's take a quick 5-minute break, grab some snacks and some refreshments. But I need you all back in your seats in 5 minutes because I'm going to do a little magic show for you guys. Awesome. We'll see you in 5 minutes. a statement. Now, I promise this is not to boast or brag, but it does have some importance. So like I said, over the last 5 years, I've been able to travel to 11 countries and 25 states around the world. Being able to do this, I've been able to meet a lot of amazing audiences and people around the world. Some influencers and some celebrities as well. I've been able to open up the show for famous singers like Lil Nas X. I've been able to do YouTube collaborations with Logan and Jake Paul. It's been a crazy, crazy life. And like I said, I say this not to boast or brag, but there's a purpose for this. Now, raise your hand if you've ever seen me on social media before or met me. I see one hand. That's actually, 3. Wow. 5. That's 5 more than yesterday's show. Okay. That's good. Okay. I'm going to take that. Now, the reason I bring this up is because a lot of you, majority, don't know who I am, but we all know the same people, right? I'm convinced. I'm going to prove this theory right now. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say the first name of a famous celebrity. If you know the last name, just shout it out. Here we go. LeBron James. Creepy. Do you guys see how creepy that is? We all know who LeBron James is. Think about that for a second. We all know what he looks like and what he does, the sport of basketball. Now let's keep it going. This is going to get interesting. I'm going to try and make it a little more challenging on you guys. Michael Jackson Jordan. I heard Phelps, which is interesting. I did not expect that. Okay, let's keep going. Donald Trump. Duck. Perfect. And let's do one more. Did you guys say Trump? Yeah. Okay, just making sure I heard it correctly. Let's do one more. Lady. Someone just say Ladybug? Hold on, what happened here? Lady Gaga. Okay. Justin? Bieber Lake. Did you just say Bieber Lake?
No, I said Timberlake.
Oh, Timberlake. Okay, I gotta make sure. I heard Bieber Lake. I was like, what in the world? Hold on a minute. Okay, Timberlake. Do you know Bieber?
No, I know Timberlake.
Okay. She knows Timberlake. Got it. Okay. Whoever gets this last one comes up on stage with me. This is the hardest one of the night, you guys. Beyonce.
Madonna.
She said, that was me. Come on up here, Beaver Lake. Beaver Lake. Come on up. She's like, I regret my decision to participate.
Can I take it back?
Take those stairs right there. Do you have your phone on you?
I do.
What kind of phone do you have? Please don't say Android.
It is.
Who has an iPhone? No, I want you up here. Make your way up. Can I borrow your iPhone for a second? Mine? Yeah. Mm-hmm. And just unlock it for me. I'm not that good. Okay. Perfect. And, okay. Wow, that is hilarious. I guess you just have to be a magician to get a free iPhone. That's great. She just gave it to me unlocked. That's fantastic. What is your name?
Brenda. Timberlake.
Brenda Timberlake. Everyone say, hi, Brenda. Hi. Brenda, take a seat for all of us today. And who gave me this phone? What's your name, young lady?
Macy.
Macy, is it cool if I search a famous celebrity on your phone? Is that okay?
Sure.
Sure, okay, well, it was a yes or no question, but that's fine. Okay, I'm going to search this person, and I'm going to try and zoom in on their face. Okay, Macy?
Okay.
Macy has a lot of trust in me, you guys. She gave me her unlocked iPhone, and she's letting me do whatever I want with it. So, let's try this. Okay, I Googled somebody. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in on this person's face. Okay. Brenda, how are we doing over there?
Oh, great.
Brenda, open both hands for me, please. Like this. And you're going to hold Macy's phone right here. Nice and low, nice and low. You can relax. Put your other hand right. You drop things?
Uh-huh.
Okay, well, here, I'll put the phone on the floor then. Here. You're scaring me, Brenda. Okay. Brenda. And then she's like, it's okay, I got it. Brenda, here's the deal. The reason why we use Macy's phone and not my phone is because in my phone, I wrote down a list in my notes of 100 different celebrities. Okay? I'll tell you who number one is on my list. Number one is a singer named Michael Jackson. Do you guys know who Michael Jackson is? Yes. And that's why I picked him to be number one, because at every audience I go to, even the really young children know who Michael Jackson is. So Brenda, don't pick Michael Jackson. Do not pick number one. I want you to pick any number 2 through 100. Whatever number you land on, Brenda, we're going to go into my phone and see who that celebrity is. Go ahead, any number.
33.
33. Are you sure? Brenda, why did you pick 33? Be honest. Seriously, why?
Because it's Larry Bird's basketball number.
Larry Bird. Is there any way I would have ever known that, Brenda?
No.
Who's number 1 on my list?
Michael Jackson.
Who's number 2?
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks. Now, how about number 3? Just curious.
Kim Kardashian.
Still don't know what she does. Okay, hold on. Let's scroll down to 33. Who's 33?
Will Smith.
Oh my gosh, is he here? I don't want to get slammed. Okay. 33, Will Smith. Well, you're going to pick 34. Who's 34?
Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran. And how about 32? Oh, this is good. SpongeBob SquarePants. But you didn't pick 32 or 34. You picked 33, Will Smith, right? Now, Brenda, let me ask you a question. In just a moment, would you be impressed if we open her phone, Macy's phone, and there's a big picture of Will Smith on Google? Would you be impressed?
Mm-hmm.
Would you guys be impressed? Yeah. I would not be.
No.
I would not be. Do you know why?
You put it in your phone.
No, I wouldn't be impressed because I went to Venmo. You ever been on Venmo before? I had to leave myself a tip. So there's no way I would have ever known you were going to pick number 33. There's no way. And whose number is it? Larry Bird? Is that his? Will Smith is who we got.
Okay.
I'm going to take the phone. I wouldn't be impressed because I didn't Google anybody. But Macy, you're going to be really mad at me because check out her new wallpaper. It's Will Smith. Now, Brenda, for helping us out today, you actually get 2 rewards. Now, we had a generous entrepreneur in the audience right here, Mr. George. He actually is giving some incentives for people that want to come up on stage. So here's a nice sandwich to Chick-fil-A and also a brand new iPhone for helping me out. Give it up for Brenda, you guys. Awesome job. Thank you for letting us use your phone. We may need it again soon. Okay. Doing magic over the last 5 years in different countries, different states, I was able to meet a lot of people, like I keep saying. And one of those people is my best friend, now my best friend. His name is Alex. Everyone say Alex. Alex. So Alex and I are typical bros. We hang out, we play video games, we watch football. We're best friends. But sometimes best friends can get into arguments. Raise your hand if you've ever gotten into an argument with your best friend. These 2 right there in the back, you guys, raised their hands so fast. I've never seen anything like it. I like it. So I'm going to have you 2 come join me up on stage right now. Everybody, big round of applause. Yeah, you too. Yes. Who else would I be talking about? The goofballs. Hurry up and take your time. All right. Stand here on the trapdoor, please. I'm just kidding. There's no trapdoor. Come here. Stand right here. What are your names, gentlemen? Mario. Mario? JR. And not Luigi, it's JR. Okay, got it. Here's the deal. That would have been awesome, though. So here's the deal. Mario. JR. My best friend Alex and I, we get into arguments about the dumbest stuff, specifically food. Okay, we can never figure out what to order. But I want to ask you guys, while you're here, I'm doing a little experiment. I have red cards and blue cards. What would you prefer, Mario? Blue? Yeah. How about you? Red. Of course. Yeah, that's how it goes. That's how it goes. Mario, why did you say blue?
I just like the color.
And why did you pick red?
Favorite color.
It's your favorite color. There you go. So this is interesting. We're going to try something because you're going first. You're the first one to be picked. I'm going to start with the blue cards, but I'm going to make this fair for you, JR. Okay? At the end of this trick, I'm going to do something amazing, like a grand finale with red cards. Does that sound fair to you? Yeah. Sound fair to you guys? Yeah. All right, let's try it. Mario, I need you to pick one of these blue cards, okay? You can pick any one you want. It could be the 2 of spades, okay? You could pick the ace of clubs. You could even pick the 6 of diamonds. Anywhere you want, Mario, you're going to say stop nice and loud, okay? Stop. The most obvious card in the deck, the ace of spades. Are you sure, Mario, or do you want to keep going? Because that is a very obvious card.
I'm sure.
Sure. I gave him the option to keep going, you guys. Everyone say ace of spades. Mario, I'm going to take the rest of your blue cards. I'm going to place it on top of the ace of spades. JR, what color cards did you want, sir? Red. Red cards. But these are blue cards. So JR, magically, you are going to take these blue cards and you are going to change them all to red right in front of everybody. You're going to do the grand finale. You ready, bud? Blue cards going on the ace of spades. All I need you to do, bud, is go like this. Yep, spit all over my hand, that is. But look what happened to those blue cards, bud. And let's go through and see if every single one changed. How'd he do that? I like that, yeah. Can you keep a secret? Can you, ma'am? You can? So can I. All right, here we go. We're going to keep going. And there is one blue card, you guys, in all of the red. Go ahead, hold that, bud. What do you guys think that blue card might be? Ace of spades, the blue card is the ace of spades. And guys, if I take that blue ace of spades and I blow on it, it actually also changes. Thank you. I'll take this. And I have for you some Chick-fil-A. Shout out George, Chick-fil-A. Thank you. Guys, one more big round of applause for them all. But I want to get one of the dads up here. One of the dads that, I'm going to read their mind. And I see one guy being pointed at by 17 different people. And it's that guy in the blazer. Get up here, everybody. Big round of applause. Come on. So, since he's in the back and he's going to make his way up here, I'm just going to tell you guys something very emotional that happened to me today, this morning. I'm very proud of this. I'm very excited to share it with you. So this morning, I was looking through my email. I had my morning cup of coffee. I opened up my email, and there it was. Ladies and gentlemen, today I actually signed a 1-year contract with Netflix. Thank you. I don't know why you guys are clapping so hard, because you can too. It's only $19.99 a month for unlimited streaming. Hundreds of shows. Some of you guys felt so good for me. That was a terrible show. That's messed up. What's up, man? Get over here. It's okay. I don't bite. All the time. What's your name, sir?
Lambros.
Lambros. Take a seat.
All right.
Everyone say, what's up, Mr. Lambros? What's up, Mr. Lambros? Mr. Lambros, I'm going to try and read your mind today. Are you excited?
A little bit.
A little bit. Okay. Here we go. I need you to clear your mind. That was so fast. Okay. Here we go. It's all good. It's all good. I went to public school too. Here's the deal. Mr. Lambros, I need you to think of something, anything in the world, Mr. Lambros. It could be these lights. It could be me. It could be one of the family members and friends in the audience. It could even be an object like that projector. Anything. Just let me know when you have something in your mind, Mr. Lambros. You ready?
Yeah.
You got something?
Yep.
Is this something I could write down or draw?
Yes.
It is. Okay. I'm going to need you to send it to me telepathically in your mind in 3, 2, 1. He was closing his eyes.
I was trying real hard.
Why are you closing? Here, hold on. I got to be careful with this.
I saw it in the movie
Sharp.
once. It's a bad joke.
All right, here we go. Look at me. I got it. I got it. Here, just one more time. Look at me. I'm going to waste all my Sharpie right now. Done. Done. Mr. Lambros, for the first time ever, be honest. Yes or no? Were you thinking of a giant mansion with a swimming pool in the back of the mansion with a baby duck inside the swimming pool going quack, quack, quack? Yes or no? No? Mr. Lambros, there it is. It's a joke, you guys. His reaction killed me. I'm not gonna lie, that was awesome. That's why we call it a dad joke. Okay, Mr. Lambros, we actually have to read your mind. Do you guys want me to actually read his mind? Yeah. All right, let's do it. To do this correctly, I need to find out what Mr. Lambros does when he tells a lie. Now, here's the deal, you guys. He's an honest man, okay? But We all have a tell. When I was young, my mom used to ground me all the time like this because I smiled. As soon as I smiled, I went straight to my room. She knew I was lying. So, your turn. We're going to see what your tell is. I'm going to ask you a question in front of everybody, and I want you to lie to me. You ready? What's your name? Lie to me.
Pete.
Pete. And then he like bobbleheaded. All right, let's try that one more time. Try a little bit harder. Okay, I can tell that was a lie.
All right.
Try a different name. What's your name?
Mike.
Interesting. A little bit of a smirk. A little bit, but not much. Good job holding yourself together. Last question. Here we go. Are we on stage during a magic show right now?
No.
That one. I got him right here. We call that the dad vein. Okay, the dad vein just popped a little bit. Okay, that's the tell. I got to get the dad vein going. Here we go. My dad had that when I told him I wanted to be a magician. All right, here's the deal. I need to read your mind right now. Do you know how to shuffle cards?
Yeah.
You can be honest. Oh, you are being honest. All right, here we go. I'll shuffle them for you, and then I want you to do a little bit of an easier shuffle. I can even do the easy shuffle here. Don't leave that card right there. Oh, yeah. Give him a big round of applause, you guys. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right. Okay. Okay, that's good. It's all good. Okay. You're going to mess up my trick, dude. All right, here we go. A really good shuffle. Mr. Lambros, how we looking? That's your shuffle? Are you satisfied with it, sir? Yes or no?
Looks good.
Okay. I need you to pick a card, any card at all. Just say stop anywhere you want, okay?
Stop.
Take it. Don't show me. Take it, memorize it, show everybody in the audience. Let me know when you're ready. This is when to get your glasses on, you guys. Can everyone see? Yeah. Okay. Mr. Lambros, take the cards from me. Take them. Put your card back into the middle of the deck. Let me know when you're ready. Did you guys see it? Sort of? Okay. You got it?
Yep.
Okay, Mr. Lambros, I'm turning around. Okay, top card should not be yours. I'm going to flip it over. Is it yours? Did you put it on top?
No.
Okay, good. The 4 spades. Is that it, you guys? No. It's not the 4 spades. Would you be impressed, Mr. Lambros, if I take my empty hand, wave over the 4 spades, and it changes to your card? Would you be impressed?
Yeah.
Would you guys be impressed? Yeah. 3, 2, 1. I'd be impressed too. I can't do that. I'm not that good. Can't do that, you guys. But remember, I said we're going to read Mr. Lambros' mind. So everybody watch his face. Right now, he's going to give it away. Look at me. You ready? Don't say anything. I'm going to go through. Ace. 2, 3. Blinked on 3. Watch closely. 4, 5. Now he's laughing at me a little bit. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, Jack, Queen, King. Now he's starting to blink a little bit. I can tell he doesn't care anymore. So around like Jack, Queen, King, I'm just going to get rid of those cards because you're like, eh. You were laughing at 5, 6, and I got immediately serious. So look at me real. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I know it's an 8. Look at me. Spades, hearts, diamonds, clubs. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the 8 of clubs. Awesome job. Now, it looks like we have our judges back, but I need to run and grab this sheet because I have some stuff to say. First of all, how do you guys enjoy the magic show? If you guys enjoyed that magic show, my name is Ely Magic. If you did not enjoy that magic show, my name is David Copperfield. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate your time. Now, before we announce the lucky winners tonight, each of the teams featured tonight have the opportunity to apply to JA's Social Innovation Challenge. The JA Social Innovation Challenge is a national competition in which high school students are invited to submit their innovative ideas for improving and making an impact on their communities. The top 10 teams will compete as finalists in the JA National Student Leadership Summit in Washington, D.C. in June. That's pretty awesome. Now, without further ado, let's welcome back our Sharks to announce the winners of tonight's competition.
All right. Well, let's hear it for all of our contestants for tonight first. From all the sharks, we just want to say thank you for all the time that you spent, and we really appreciated the passion and all of the time and everything else that it took. And it takes a lot to stand up here. It's not even my favorite thing, and I'm doing it right now, to do this. So I get to give out 2 awards, which is kind of fun. So the first one I'll do is the audience's choice, which I didn't pick. None of us did. So let's give it up for Chopped and Change, who the audience picked. And I have the honor of doing the 4th place. So we picked 4 groups tonight. And this one we really appreciated how you found the problem. You got out here and you really shared with us and got very narrow for us at what the problem was, what you were solving. My little pearl of wisdom, so we're all going to give you a little pearl of wisdom. As a younger person, closer in age than maybe some of the other sharks, no offense, other sharks, I'm not. I would say keep putting yourself out there. That's something that I've heard a lot in my life, and that creativity and going out there. It sounds very cliche, but doing it over and over, people seeing you over and over, really makes a difference in your development, whether it's starting your business or your career, if that's what you choose to do. So keep doing that. But in 4th place, we picked Snow Shield for their product. And I should say the dollar amount, which was for $500.
All right. But I get to announce the 3rd place group. Before I do that, just a couple of comments. One, I just need to thank Amethyst Choose. Do I have the name right? I loved. We almost could have just stopped everything and had you rock out all night for us. And I mean, yeah. Oh, really? That's cool. Well, next time you do that somewhere, let me know. I'd like to be there. And just something I like to throw in when I have budding entrepreneurs around is this idea of the word risk. So, I have this thought that there are very few things that I've done that I regret doing, but I have more things that I wish I had done that would have been a risk. Now, I am not asking you to go drive fast, go without your seatbelt. That's not my point. But my point is trying things. And I really want to compliment you all. You took a risk tonight. This wasn't easy. You had to stand here, cameras rolling, bunch of glaring sharks. Good job. It was well done. All right. So, to the 3rd place group, we all kind of picked the group we liked, I guess I'll say. And I got to announce 3rd place, which is, I think, $1,000? $1,000 to Carding Compound. So, what? I don't think I was the only one to notice. He's serious as a heart attack about this, and as we talked about in the back, whether we recognize him tonight or not, I think something's going to happen, and I think that's pretty cool. So.
So I have to give a shout out to the female entrepreneurs here tonight. And yeah, I started the business in the back of my 2-bedroom house in the hood, and it grew, but it also has taken a lot of ups and downs and failures and trips and falls, and 27 years I'm still here doing what I love to do. And so if you find something that you love to do, I just want to encourage you all, men and women, to do it and to try and to fail and to get back up and keep going. And you did that tonight. You took your first step in that kind of progression of life. So we need entrepreneurs in this community, and we want you to go out and do amazing things. So the second place is $1,500. And we selected golf gizmos. And we know that this is a conceptual night, and it was concepts. But what impressed us was the handing us a product, even if it was a prototype, to give us an idea of what something might be like. So as you continue to progress, think about how would I show, not tell, about this concept, and just taking that step to produce something that can make it more tangible in the minds of the investor can go a long way in helping you to sell your concept to someone. So congratulations. Great job.
Thanks, Sue. All right, I guess I get the pleasure of announcing the first prize winner, but let me say first of all, how many people in the room, how many groups in the room started with an idea and it went through like 100 different iterations and changes before you came up with the final idea? Did anybody not go through that? So, we're supposed to give you some bit of wisdom. I'm not wise enough to pass on much wisdom, but I can tell you that the one thing about entrepreneurs and people that start businesses is they never give up. Come up with an idea, keep changing, keep iterating, keep making it better. I mean, you know what? What was the most useful invention after the first telephone? The second phone. It's a joke, a bad joke. But I mean, yeah. The point is that you may come up with an idea, and it's a great idea, and all on its own it may not blast off. But if you just keep thinking and keep iterating, you're going to do something great. So, first prize is Chop and Change. Okay? Obviously, the judges agreed. The judges agreed with the audience, and there's really two key points for me that made this really a compelling decision. OPM, other people's money. I really believe there's an opportunity for you to partner with all of the major golf manufacturers, and if you can come up with the shaft that has a standard fitting that can attach to all of their heads, they're going to have to follow you, and it'll be their money investing in it and not yours, which is really cool. And I also admire the fact that you looked at multiple markets. I mean, this is beginning golfers. This is people that just want to go to Top Golf, people that travel and play golf. It's just a fantastic idea. We wish you great success.
Well, according to my paper, it says... No. It just maybe I got the wrong paper, but I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. This was an amazing experience. Junior Achievement, huge thank you to Junior Achievement for making this happen and bring us out. And guys, I see future entrepreneurs, and I want you guys to know, never give up on your dreams, no matter the outcome, no matter the place of which you got, right? Failure is key to success. So, Huge shout out to everyone making this happen. Thank you to our Sharks for being here and doing their thing and what they do best and inspiring the youth. And we will see you guys next year. Have a good night.